In the year 2347, humanity had long surpassed its solar cradle, stretching its reach into the vastness of space. Colonies thrived across different star systems, but the greatest enigma remained the phenomenon known as the Veil, a shimmering wall of unknown energy spanning across an uncharted sector of the galaxy. Every probe sent beyond it vanished. Every attempt at direct observation was met with inexplicable failure. The scientific community was divided. Was it a natural cosmic barrier, a remnant of an ancient civilization, or something beyond human comprehension? A single expedition was approved, a crew of pioneers aboard the Starfire, the most advanced research vessel ever built. Among them was Dr. Elias Voss, a theoretical physicist obsessed with unraveling the mystery, and Captain Seraphine Cole, a hardened explorer tasked with ensuring their survival. As the engines roared and the ship embarked on its historic journey, none of them could have imagined the horrors and revelations that awaited beyond the veil. Chapter 1: The Edge of the Unknown. The Starfire glided toward the iridescent wall of energy, a rippling cascade of violet and gold stretching endlessly in every direction. As they approached, the ship's instruments flickered, struggling to process the data. The closer they got, the more reality itself seemed to warp. "Elias, are you seeing this?" Captain Cole's voice was laced with tension as she gestured at the forward display. "It's like the laws of physics are breaking apart." Dr. Voss barely heard her. His eyes were locked onto the patterns forming within the veil. They were structured, intentional. "This isn't just an anomaly," he murmured. "This is a message." Without warning, the Starfire was pulled forward. Time distorted. The crew screamed as gravity twisted around them. Then silence. Chapter 2: The Other Side. The ship emerged in an abyss unlike anything they had ever encountered. There were no stars, no galaxies, just an endless void punctuated by shifting, geometric structures of liquid light. They were inside something vast, something alive. As the crew regained their senses, a new presence made itself known. A voice, whispering in a language that bypassed the ears and resonated directly within the mind. "You should not have come." Lights flared in the distance, revealing titanic constructs, remnants of an ancient civilization suspended in the void. Some were intact, others shattered beyond recognition. The remnants of those who had dared to enter before them. Then they saw it, the entity that dwelled within the veil. Chapter 3: Hints of Veil. A massive, shifting form materialized before them. It was neither entirely solid nor ethereal, constantly morphing between states of existence. Glowing symbols cascaded across its surface, pulsating in response to their presence. Captain Cole instinctively reached for her weapon, but Dr. Voss raised a hand to stop her. "Wait. This is intelligence. It's trying to communicate." The entity's voice resonated again, filling their minds. "You trespass upon a boundary not meant for you. Your kind is not ready." Elias took a hesitant step forward. "If we are not ready, then teach us. Let us understand." The space around them twisted, and suddenly they were no longer aboard the Starfire. They stood in a massive chamber, its walls composed of pure, flowing energy. It was a vision, an imprint of knowledge from a time before humanity. Chapter 4: Echoes of the First Ones. The crew found themselves witnessing fragments of history, recorded within the veil itself. They saw beings, tall, luminous entities who walked among the stars long before human civilization had risen. These were the first ones, the architects of the barrier. "They built this," Elias whispered. "Not to imprison, but to protect." Scenes unfolded before them. Vast wars fought against unseen horrors, cosmic entities that consumed entire galaxies. The veil had been their last defense, a shield against an unfathomable force. And now, humanity had disrupted it. The entity's voice returned, sorrowful yet firm. "You have awakened what should have remained asleep." Chapter 5: The Awakening. Beyond the shifting energy of the veil, something stirred. A shadow darker than the void itself uncoiled, its presence vast and ancient. The crew felt it before they saw it, a suffocating weight pressing against their minds. "What have we done?" Cole whispered, horror dawning in her eyes. The entity that had spoken to them, the guardian of the veil, began to fracture. "I can no longer hold it back. You must leave now." The crew rushed back to the Starfire, its systems flickering erratically. As the ship prepared to escape, Elias hesitated, his eyes locked onto the collapsing guardian. "We can't just abandon them." But it was too late. The the darkness surged forward. Chapter 6, Escape and Revelation. The Starfire tore through space, engines burning at maximum output. Behind them, the veil twisted violently, sealing itself once more. But not before something monstrous slipped through. As they re-entered known space, alarms blared. Something had followed them. A chilling realization settled over the crew. Humanity had not just found an ancient secret. They had unleashed it. Elias turned to Captain Cole, his voice hollow. This was never a barrier to keep us out. It was a prison, and now it's open. The stars outside flickered. Something vast moved in the darkness beyond. Epilogue, the beginning of the end. Humanity had always believed itself to be alone, struggling to reach beyond its limits, but now they understood the truth. They were never alone, and something was coming. The Starfire sent its final message back to Earth before vanishing into the void. The veil is broken. Prepare.